Welcome to a 5-part film series produced by the Manitoba Indigenous Tuberculosis History Project, an Indigenous-led and community-engaged Indigenous health history research project. This is Video 5. These resources are meant to empower families, communities, and organizations searching for information about loved ones who never returned from a tuberculosis sanatorium and Indian hospital in Manitoba from the 1930s through the 1960s.
But it's so nice feeling I'm in the same area where she's buried after all these years.
Saul Day has been searching for his mother, Doreen Day, for the last 50 years. Now, thanks to the Manitoba Indigenous Tuberculosis History Project, he's found her final resting place in this cemetery in Sioux Valley, Dakota Nation.
As a child, you don't realize what really happened. Sometimes I used to think maybe she found somewhere else to live her life, to carry on. I was hoping that was it. So there was nobody at all to give me any information. So all these years we've been searching. So today I found closure.
She was taken as a TB patient in the early 1950s from her home on the Sandy Lake First Nation in northern Ontario and transported to Nanette Sanatorium in Brandon, 30 minutes from Sioux Valley. Day himself is a residential school survivor, and he also had TB and was sent to a sanatorium in Ontario. He says no child should ever have to live without their mother.
Living without a mother is so devastating. It's not good for any young person. I'm 76 years old today. To feel that reserve closure, my inner child is well now.
Erin Millions is the research director with the TB History Project. She says one thing researchers have noticed is the correlation between residential schools, sanatoriums, and hospitals.
The other thing that Mrs. Day's case points to is the importance of archival research in helping to find missing Indigenous patients and also residential school students. The more and more that we get into this research, the more we are finding that the tuberculosis sanatoriums and Indian hospitals are interconnected with residential schools to a far greater extent than any of us thought.
Millions added a step-by-step guide will launch on June 21st to help families do the work themselves.
We're at about 25 to 30 families we've helped, or individuals whose burial places that we found. Now, this isn't the focus of our work. This is, the actually finding the location is not what our main goal is. Our main goal is to produce a research guide that will help people walk through the steps of doing this on their own.
For Day, he hopes his story can encourage others to keep looking.
It was tragic, yes, for a lot of us at that time. So now some of us are finding closure. I think it's important that I share my experience with people.
Darrell Stranger, APTN National News, Winnipeg.
That concludes Video 5. Video 1 is tied to Part 1 of the Burials Guide and gives a general overview. It shows how to gather useful details and shares practical research tips, like doing database searches using keywords and techniques for linking information between Indian residential schools and hospitals. Video 2 focused on hospital-specific research on the Dinaver Indian Hospital, the Clearwater Lake Indian Hospital, and the Brandon Indian Sanatorium. Video 3 focuses on hospital-specific research as it relates to Ninette Sanatorium, St. Boniface Sanatorium, and Norway House Indian Hospital. Be sure to watch the entire series.